Good morning, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. And welcome to the stream. We did maintenance the day before yesterday. I mostly did a lot of maintenance myself yesterday so that we could have a, hopefully, slightly better tweaked stream today. I've been noticing some issues with like the vocal chopping and stuff like that, but hopefully this will be a lot better today. So hello, welcome. If you have tea or coffee, please grab it and join me. And we can queue up for duty. And we'll see if we get Gaius today. So we can eat basically any meal between all of his monologuing. Until then, hope you guys are having a wonderful morning or time of day wherever you are. And you know, I was a little excited to hop on stream today, not just because you know, I really enjoy the game, but I had this dream last night where I was stuck in the canopy with a bunch of other people, but there was like this Big Brother-esque kind of really controlling society that was overtaking Eorzea, right? And it was like nobody could get really close to each other. It was very sad, very emotional. But there was one bard in particular that was complaining about it very loudly and very rightfully. But the funny part about all of this isn't necessarily the setup. It's more the fact that I woke up pointing to nobody in particular and saying it with my real life physical human flesh mouth. Local bard wants you to get up on that nasty thing. And I was so confused waking up because I didn't know where I was. So that's my stupid dream monologue for the day. Also, we're just gonna hang out in the Waking Sands for a little bit, but later, what I think we're gonna do is after we've done our cube roulette today, we're gonna hit some more main story quest up over at Limsa, because I think we have to talk to Lady Yugiri and start through the Maelstrom, I'm assuming. So, in the meantime, we can just chill. And I've got some waffles and stuff. Maybe we can actually find a nice place to relax over at Vesper Bay. Somewhere with a little more activity, a little more interest. Oh, hey, Bongo. I forgot you were out. Good boy. Good morning, Bongo. Hey, Sin. How's it going? And don't worry, you didn't miss too much. Gonna give Bongo a little bit more munchies so that he can chill with us a little while longer. It's going. We're queued up. As you can see, we're just gonna do some like main scenario trialing and stuff because I still want to level Black Mage up. The idea is I kind of want to keep leveling things up to cap, and while doing some ranged magical DPS probably for the rest of A Realm Reborn, maybe try another class for Heavensward when we get in there. I haven't really completely figured it out yet, but I do want to pick up Lancer and Gladiator soon regardless. Assuming we're not in Heaven's Word yet, in which case I'll probably pick up something like Astrologian. Yeah, I've been looking forward to Astro since I saw someone playing it over all the way back in Limsa. I think around the first time that I joined. God, when did I start playing this game? It would have been shortly before my birthday, I think. So April, May, June, July. We've played this for a few months now, pretty much daily. Ooh, I forgot to do that. As you can see, we have a Twitch chat now on the HUD. Pretty proud of it. But let's just switch that to where it keeps the stuff. Yeah, there we go. Now everything that's said should stick up there for the rest of the existence of it. I really appreciate everyone sticking around for the technical aspects of the stream. I think this will be the first time I queue in for MSQ using Black Mage 2. Yep, there it is. It's supposed to stay a little subtle until it's used, so... yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a delay. I figure maybe we can also just run around. I'm feeling a little restless. Here, let's get on Bongo. Not that we're gonna have much time to float around on Bongo, but... let's pop over to Lenosha. Because I'm pretty sure we're headed there anyway. Yeah. Might as well be around when we need to grab the quest, right? Hmm. Oh, Limsa. I do still have a... oh, not right now. No, thank you. No, thank you. Soft spot for Limsa. Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's already been a few months since we started playing the game, so having a little nostalgia for Limsa is understandable, probably. Stuffed crust. Who put this child on the table? Ah, kid. That's cute, Lala. Here, we'll sit with these NPCs. stuffed crust pizza don't sound too bad right now, actually. I know we keep asking, but how's the sound quality today? The level's good? Can you hear everything? Is the background too loud? Am I too loud? Am I peaking? I had to turn down my mic significantly so it wasn't hitting the red just with every syllable. Every syllable that I was saying. Cool, good to hear. Very good, very good, very good. He seems to be moving a little slow this morning. At least compared to what it's been lately. It makes sense though, it's like, what, a Wednesday morning? What day is it? Wednesday. Local some guy forgets what day of the week it is. To be fair, it's a Wednesday. Yeah, I swear it's a lot easier to forget what day it is these days, too. Oh, bye-bye. The one downside to being in Limsa is we don't have Bongo with us. I miss him every day. I know, I'm sure we'll see Bongo soon though. Oh. What shall you order from the cute waitress? Well, if it's anything like I've got right now, probably some bacon, Lenotion oranges, and waffles. Lenotion orange. I wonder how that sounds picked up by the mic, actually. I can't stop saying it at Sin in our apartment, especially since I've been eating a lot of oranges lately. I've got crafter gatherer brain. I didn't even gather that many Lenosian oranges. Like, I really just grabbed them and then they just stuck in my brain. Lenosian orange. But I knew that's when I was kind of fucked with the game, right? Because when you pick up a real life item and your brain just immediately labels it the fake video game life item, you're gone. You're gone. Yeah, it's probably not picking up on a little bit of the basiness that it would in real life. Oh, hey. Let's go, let's go. Hopefully not. How's it going, Sage? Yeah, I'm having a great morning. How about you? Of course, it's always Meridianum. It's always Meridianum. Well, work chilling. Well, hopefully we can keep you a little company and you won't fall asleep. What am I doing? I literally have ethereal manipulation, don't I? Yep. First duty of the day, we're still waking up. My chat, it like keeps pausing scrolls, so I gotta catch up with everybody while I'm in the middle of an infiltration. How many Lenoskin oranges could a Lenoskin orange picker pick if a Lenoskin orange picker could pick a Lenoskin orange? You know what? I don't know the second part of that line. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, but I'm so used to doing Meridianum at this point, I've just phased out the entire alert system. What was once an ire to my ears no longer exists. I'm sitting on 2 Lenoskin oranges now. Can we wake up? Can we get our head in the game, gamer? Come on. I had 1 whole cup of coffee, and for me, that's a lot of coffee. What's up? We're gonna throw our dot on this guy. Something that I would love to see, actually, would be being able to see debuffs on the enmity list, kind of like you see the buffs and debuffs on the party list. Let me get rid of that, actually. Hey, Sleepy, how's it going? Seems like everyone's popping in at various points of work today. Transpose, hello. Yeah, I'm really just not on my shit this morning. Thanks, Boo Boo. Hope you have a good day at work, too. We're actually gonna try and pick up this Colossus. 3 Thundercloud, too. They might beat me to it, yep. Use our fire on that guy? Yep, there we go. Yeah, we're doing just fine. Mostly just doing leveling Q stuff over here. Trying to play Black Mage like we know what we're doing. Diagnosed with Wednesday brain. Well, at least you're off work. Now your only obligation is to just become a sludge. We still have a free Fire 3. Oh, no, never mind. Like 1 second too late. Don't interrupt my casting. That's so rude. Where's my share cast? Do I not have it on my bar? Shaking the bang head. Let's Scooter Chop. I seem to always get Meridianum these days. When it comes to do your roulette. Like, if it's possible to get on any of the roulettes, I just get it. I used to get almost exclusively Praetorium, which I honestly don't mind. That did not go over as well as I thought it would. Thank God I warded. That would have killed me. I feel like I'm making more stupid mistakes lately to kind of push the boundaries on like what is going on. And that was definitely top 10 worst decisions I've ever made. Explosions. We'd love to see it. Down, robot. Yeah, I always feel like there's some kind of like bell curve with learning anything. So you're trying to figure something out, right? And then you figure something out and you think you got a hold of it, right? And then there's this small section when you start to just do really badly because you're trying to like figure out like how you can improve, what mistakes can you make without like completely ruining whatever you're trying to do. And it makes for this little interesting experience because when I first started noticing it, it was always this pattern of like, oh, well, I was doing a lot better than I'm doing now. What's up? And then you start noticing the little changes that you're trying to make, and becoming a little bit more aware of it, I think, has kind of helped my learning process with pretty much anything, honestly. Oh crap, it's really like a documented phenomena? If you find the name of it, let me know. That would be really interesting to read on later. I also have been trying on and off to kind of chain Thunder 2 a lot more, just to see what that'll do. See if we can't stack a bunch of group damage. If it's even worthwhile doing. Am I gonna get out? Nope. Probably would have just benefited from sticking there with Mana Ward. Yeah, here he is, my boy. Sid always looks so excited to be blowing this up. It just makes me smile every time. Yeah, there we go. To be fair, after everything he's been through, he's right for it. My lord was quite taken with you and the power you possess, the Echo. Naturally, I could not help but wonder whom this princess among women might be. Only to discover that you are but another adventurer, no better than the multitude. Yet in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion and now shower honors upon your head. It defies all reason. How is it that you could be such a thorn in our side? Wherever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. You even slew Riatin, one of our very finest. Well, I will not speculate. Truth be told, I couldn't care less how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you have done them. If you are allowed to continue, you will eventually deprive me of all that I have toiled for, all that is mine by right. My minions, my comrades, even my Lord Gaius. Girl, I don't want him. I don't want him, girl. Every day, every time. His dreams, his ambitions, his body and soul, they are mine. Do you hear? No! No, I do not. I am ignorant. Come on, let's go. Hi, Baku TV. Welcome to the stream. Oh, at least all this monologuing gives me time to work on my mana, am I right? Why did I cast that Fire 3 again? Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Well, let's go, let's go. I like to imagine that Ray occasionally, like, will just do super bad puns when she's playing Black Mage. Like, I'm talking like Kingdom Hearts level bad puns, like freeze and time to chill out. Which, by the way, I have had such an ache to play Kingdom Hearts that I re-downloaded it. Why are we eating everything? That was the worst way I could have done that. I'm gonna thank our healer really fast. Yeah, so I re-downloaded Kingdom Hearts, so we're going to be doing some Kingdom Hearts here soon. I literally cannot get it out of my head. My goal with Ray's Black Mage is to be the cutest Black Mage. So I'm always, but also not like a typical Black Mage looking character. Like, I have her wearing the default hero clothes literally just because they're so cute. See how far back we can get her on. The question is, do we start from Kingdom Hearts 1 and just do Proud Mode there? Because there's a couple of the games in the pack that I actually haven't played, like a Rechain of Memories. So that'll be a completely new experience. But when it comes to like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Birth by Sleep, we're going to be playing those on the more critical modes. Ooh, that sounds good. Limson's a really great place to chill, though I have been chilling in Gridania a lot more lately. For sure, for sure. It's also just so peaceful. One of the things that I appreciated the most when I first played this game was the ambience. I actually have a macro to just kind of turn off the background music occasionally because it sounds so pretty. And Gridania has all this really nice birds and stuff. Oops. I switched up my HUD, and now it feels like my left arm is my right arm. we're back to the wench. Should we do some MSQ? We should do some MSQ. Let's find where Yugiri is. She on the upper decks? I like Limsa, but it is one of the hardest maps for me to read in my brain. I think we're on the upper decks right now. Using the correct controls would be really great. Yeah, like, if I take the map out of the question, I really love the way that Limbs is built. I think it's very fun to kind of run around in, but it is so easy to get lost, especially when you're trying to look at the map. Sleepy Corgi Streams was the first person that I played with, and also the person that introduced me to the free trial for this game. And since I started as Arcanist, I ended up in Limsa, and I was so lost. I was like, is it just me? Am I stupid? But no, it's got like a million different levels and like this little labyrinthine build that even now I'm having trouble with it. We're on the same level though. Where are we? What's going on? Yeah, I have a natural proclivity to not know where I'm going. For sure. Eventually, I will talk to you someday. I've been wanting Dancer as one of my top classes to try out for like a minute. Okay, if I zoom in on it, if we look really close, if we squint with our clown eyes, maybe we will see beyond the nose. And dance we shall. Okay, we're just gonna go up this squiggle. No, because the squiggly takes us out of it, unless we gotta... There's a second level. There's literally a second level. It was right there. Yeah, that's a good thought. Yugiri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Cool. Much and more has occurred since the first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you overlong. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When you next meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. So where are we going? We're gonna skadooch over to the Rising Stones? Yeah. I have Corpse Groom up at the top, that's why. We'll go throw that in later. Thankfully, Revenant's Toll is literally right next to where we need to go. I will return. Okay. So at this point, we just beat Leviathan. We did a bunch of cleanup after that. I can't imagine what would actually come next. Unless there's another primal threat. Oh, well that was a very quick quest.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion.
So what does that mean for us?
And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan.
So you're saying we're not immortal gods?
And the import of this observation? If the Asians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness.
Yeah, because my first concern was like, oh, can we just, like, not die ever? But that doesn't seem to be the case, so...
To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time.
Which, by the way, I had to literally unplug and remove my Echo Dot because I couldn't talk about this game without it turning on. And that was really annoying. And I didn't want to change the call signal for it because I'm saying, like, what are the other ones? Computer, Echo, and then, like, Alexa? Because it's become such a meme to, like, turn on people's Alexas that it's happened, like, quite a few times.
For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Asians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is...
Oh, sorry,
Brave
Nephilia.
tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
Whoa. Just straight up gone?
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
Like it got destroyed?
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Not to like rip on Menphilia's voice actor, but she sounds so concerned during these times. Very, very emotionally involved. Oh no, it's Sugarloaf Hat Girl again.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Sugarloaf Hat Girl, no. I can't believe her betrayal last time. It
is done, my lord.
Was I right to mistrust you? Oh.
I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders... I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
I freaking knew it. You know, and I apologized to him too, because the first time I saw him, I knew he was shady. And then he was like being really nice. And I was like, oh no, maybe I had you all wrong. Nope. Should have listened to my gut. Dexterity, critical hit, direct hit rate, vitality, strength, Ooh, yeah, I don't blame you. It's a little spooky. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Orianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such a time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Muggle the 12th, my favorite guy. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12's Wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Celia? I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Ul'dah, this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Dolmens. At present, they are in the 7th heaven, waiting for a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Celia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Just like in Ul'dah, honestly. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Yeoman is so lovely. Reyna, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Getting to see the fallout of all the stuff that's happening, like sociopolitically, has been really interesting. Where are we headed? Are we here? Let's see what Thancred's up to. Some 15 years ago, a mission took me to Ul'dah. 'Twas then I first chanced to gaze upon your beauty. I was utterly transfixed. I dared not to blink, lest I deprive myself of even a split second of your radiance. You do flatter me, dear, and I do believe you had a bit too much to drink. Oh, Thancred. I was trying to get up on them moms. Thancred is a simp, yeah. Here we are. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Dolmens. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. Have a good nap, Bebs. And thank you so much. Hopefully we can get some good done in Eorzea. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Domin's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who've been afflicted by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. We've got nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word. Tataru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino's been wounded. Oh no. What? How? Is it serious? Cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, and all the blades have an excuse, and they'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady. We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino and quickly. If he is in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Paplimo will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Rena. I hope he's okay. Sometimes there's these really dramatic scenes and then you come out of the scene and there's just this cheery, happy music. Like when we found the Scions at the Waking Sands after the Titan fight, and you see them and it's just, oh, the happy Vesper Bay music. It felt like a really big slap in the face. Okay. Yeah, it's a little messed up, but it, you know, kind of feels like real life, right? Like these horrible things can happen, but life just kind of moves on, right? So in a way, it almost feels a little accurate. We're gonna take the long walk. Kind of is 14 in a nutshell. You know, I still really want to play 14. Gosh, what Final Fantasy are we up to now? What's in development? Wait, 14. Oh, bro, I am so stupid. I said 14, but I was thinking of the new one that's posted on Steam. God, now I have to pull it up and actually look at what it is. Not 14, dum-dum. Endwalker on sale. What if I had $30 to game? That is not how you spell final. That is also not how fantasy. I put it on my wish list the other day. Where is it? Well, it was the most recent one anyway. I can't count. I still never even played like the one with lightning in there too. Well, he's standing, he's fine.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Sure, bud.
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Reborn and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Ul'dans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
The explanation of Ul'dan's culture is really interesting. Yeah, it is, and they have some nice build-up for it, too.
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
That's convenient timing. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Especially when that one Lalafell guy is planning a revolution, of all things. Daystar earrings, 7 stars. Spell speed. Okay, and I went to go look it up to double check. I'm at 15, not 14. I was one off. This one. With a Noctis, right? It looked really good. I just never was able to get around to doing it. Yeah. These guys. That might be something fun to pick out at some point. Anyway, I had to go look it up to make sure what I was remembering was what I was remembering, even if it was the wrong number. Anyway. How many hours have you gotten in yet? Alphino wishes to investigate the circumstances surrounding the riot. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. It's all a setup. It's all a setup. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Reborn has to say upon the matter. Around 3 hours, I think I got lost and never got back to it, but the combat is really fun. Ooh, very good. Now, I've never played the original Final Fantasy VII, though I do have it on Steam now. But I did get to play around 10 hours of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and the combat system, I loved that. It felt so good. Okay, let's head out to the Hall of Flames. Keep playing 14 instead of finishing games, literally. If it wasn't that I have a bug that kind of lives in my brain where I need to revisit Kingdom Hearts like once every blue moon, or I will turn into a bucket of worms, I probably would just play 14 purely this week. Not sure exactly when I'm gonna wiggle it in, but we're definitely gonna wiggle it in this week. Either way, Square Enix kind of just owns my boat. Hey Rabon, how's it going? Hot take, I don't like 7. I think 9 is the best of any single player Final Fantasy ever. Now, I've never played 9. I've never played 9 and anything related to 9. Might be something we have to pick up at some point too. Now is not a good time, Reyna. My hands are full dealing with these refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your Kerugians? My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given the majorities of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that the tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who had not even a single gil to spend, who would not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that the powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have the time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were investigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will both face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Reyna. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at such a request for information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? It's on Steam. I would highly suggest it. Fair warning, it's a bit of a different art style, so that throws people off a bit. Oh, yeah, that's totally fine. I kind of like to take games just as they are before making any judgments. And especially if it's like a much earlier Final Fantasies, I really enjoy those, so. Actually, let's take a peek and see if we can get a little glimpse of that. Oh, it's charming. This is the one, right? Here, actually, let me just pull this one over. I don't know, it looks cute. It looks like a 3D rendered version of like the early ones. Which I'm sure was the intent, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, okay. It feels a little nostalgic with like just a little bit of a early era polish. You look as though you have something to say, Reyna. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin speaking to the Blades posted there. And we're gonna pop over to Blackbrush. It's not like we don't have the guild to spare. PS1 era. Very good. Another thing I have a pretty big soft spot for is early PS1, PS2. Thanks, Bongo. He's a good boy. Okay, let's talk to these guys. What brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation, as the name kind of implies, and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka, he'll explain everything. Don't hurt me, I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon? You're not a flame? I see. If Leofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. Chulf be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking which is owed? A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you'll understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Yeah, poor Zazawaka. Feel bad for this dude coming in. What the heck is going on over here? Oh, it's plants. Interesting looking plants. It's okay. It's all good. Oh, what are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Why don't you run away from me? You could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me, here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Oh, so we kind of preempted it. There. There. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons that he'd brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited he split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting and gave no quarter, and oh god, it's the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was.
Okay, well, how about we get a little ring and we'll talk about it a little more. Okay, grab that one.
Ah yes, the comforting there of a pretty lady in bunny ears. It is a little funny to be doing such serious stuff in the bunny ears, huh? The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultan and try to kill us than listen to reason. Or the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we'd never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality... That's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one woman. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. You gonna go beat up some people? Alright. Might as well just hop on Bongo, huh? We do be zooming, though. This looks promising. Ah! 7 hells, they found us! Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lass, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Oh no! Don't bring Bongo into it. Nope, still got a few more. It's so polite of them to just kind of, you know, wait for a moment, huh? I usually pulled an Eft into it. So sorry, Mr. Eft. Didn't want to have to do it. Hydrate. You got it. I actually haven't drank any water for the past hour 15 minutes, so it's a good thing you redeemed that, huh? I will take a few extra sips just for you. You beat him like it was nothing. Oh, almighty, what are we gonna do now? IDK. I just go here. Of course, all the extra sippies just for you. Up. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Oh, that is a cool looking bongo. Where can I get that bongo? That's so cool. Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others? Sir, where did you get your bongo? Oh, that's so cool. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. A stone's throw? Perhaps a stone's throw away. Guess we'll find out. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile case? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Poor guy. And what could possibly be this new potential primal threat? Search Stone's Throw for the merchant. Okay. Turns out it pretty much is a stone's throw away. Oh, well that was quick. I think. Are you the merchant?
Have you seen my parents? Oh no, I haven't. I just got off my bongo.
Oh, poor girl.
They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Old Daw. The man said they were gonna change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, miss, are you looking for someone?
I'm looking for a merchant.
You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look, over there, I think that's him.
Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Hey! A gullible fool! You!
He's getting away! You get him, miss!
Yeah, let's go get his ass. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Actually, we're gonna go on our bongo and just get some extra speed. Not this guy again. Where are you? Nowhere to run. You again? Why are you pursuing me? You know why. Sedition, treason, revolution. That's preposterous. Who's filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The selfsame refugees who terrorized the streets of Ul'dah? You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Hey. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do those things that you claim. Surely you don't think I give a Kieran's arts about politics. It was business only. Business. Hey, bud. He is skeevy. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Okay. Oh. Well, that wasn't gonna work out. What's all this commotion? Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. We're not gonna go run after that guy? Like we literally just saw the guy, we're just gonna talk to this guy? Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the evidence leading up to his death. Yo, like he was literally right over there. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it's obvious that you're not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Zion. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go back to the Hall of Flames. Maybe we can... a little shortcut. What news, Reyna? Where's the merchant? He's like super dead. Murdered? Damn it all to the seventh hell. He was not simply murdered, Reyna. He was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Do you have anything that's better than what we're wearing? Nope. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray, proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Bartholomew, my best friend Bartholomew, who's always been so gracious, kind, understanding, good listener. Very winning personality. Is he in here? This where it is? Oh, yeah, okay. Good old Barth. And that just like Barth. Just like Barth. There he is, our kind, upstanding citizen. We've been expecting you, madam. Please proceed inside. But first, here's a necklace. We can probably desynth all those later.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
All I can hear is Mephisto from Alphino's voice actor. All I can hear is Mephisto. Literally, though.
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji? But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Stir up trouble.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Very interesting.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed.
See, that's another thing that I've been mispronouncing this entire time. I thought it was a legion. Alagon ruins.
There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
Did you guys know this the entire
He walks a path
time?
all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Alagon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Alagon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
Jeez.
If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats, given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
Two birds with one big moon-sized stone, if you will.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon? One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
I'd waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
So it's like any kind of conversation you have in Ul'dah behind a door, it's more of a courtesy. Oof, that is man, there's a lot going on. I'm gonna take a quick stretch break and then we can be back in just a moment. So good time to grab some water, have your own little stretchies, and we'll be back in a moment. This might be a fun time to use this. Cool. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Toodles. It is getting very chilly over here. It is getting dark so fast. We've got a storm brewing in, so hopefully that doesn't interrupt things too much. Ah, yes. The back of a mammoth's head. Beautiful. Glorious. All right. Send Mochi away temporarily. Thank you for watching over chat while I was away, Mochi. So, let's talk to Alphino. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think that they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interests to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Corporal Vogel. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartado. How did he know? Begone, whelp, this is no place for children. Oh no. I know you're not bullying that little girl.
I'm sorry.
I know you're not messing with my girl, Ellie. I know you're not messing with her.
I was looking for you, miss. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents.
You know this girl? Yeah, I think I just adopted her. So, you visited Stone's Throw as well. I see.
Did you find the man? Were my parents with him?
They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Alphino! My boy Alphino! He's so sweet. I love him.
Really? You'll help me look, mister?
Of course, but first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. She's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you can wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. He's so good with kids. Literally best boy. Hey, Fox Python, how's it going? Thank you for the follow.
Okay, mister. I'll be waiting.
We stan Alphino. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an aether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to the charade.
Hello, big hellos.
Sometimes I fear Memphilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources. And ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change.
Reyna, this is Memphilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the 12th Wood has taken a turn for the worst. I will explain in detail once you arrive.
We literally have like the equivalent of a cell phone. You couldn't tell me on the way. The 12th Wood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I've received no reports of Vixali activity which leaves... The Sylphs? Go, Reyna. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you do arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Well, I'm glad to see he's okay. I'm gonna blip over to Revenant's Toll now. We are at post Realm Reborn, but we haven't started Heavensward yet. So we're doing all the stuff between Realm Reborn and Heavensward. I think it's patch stuff, if I'm correct. I'm still trying to learn some of the terminology with all the story stuff. I have a little bit of regret that I wasn't able to like stream A Realm Reborn from the beginning, but when I first booted up the trial, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the game. I wasn't sure how I would just kind of feel in general, but once I started playing, I knew that I was playing something really, really special, and I completely just cruised through Realm Reborn as much as I could. And as quickly as I could. I think I did it in like 2 weeks. And then after that, I just took a long crafting, gathering, side questing type break. But during that is when I decided to get the stream stuff together, because I loved A Realm Reborn so much that I wanted to share my experience with Heavensward and hopefully beyond with all of you guys. So it means a lot to have everyone join me for that journey. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Reyna. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. What? Since Reyna has no voice acting, what if she just spoke in like Animal Crossing character sounds? Would that joke be funny? Would that be funny? It's not a funny joke. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it'll heal ere long. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I shall summon them now. I'm always looking for some skill speed. But I'm looking forward to seeing our friends, our best friends, the Sylphs. Reality is as I command it. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you here if it were not urgent. To business, then. I've received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth the revered guardian, the primal Ramuh. I'm sorry, may have, but it is not certain. The Elder Seed Seer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlings, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but the fact that we need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely have not escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and didn't ought to prevent it? I told Poplimo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory? They already summoned Ramuh once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castrum Oriens stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain observation that would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like the Sylphs perceive this panic migration as another invasion and quicken their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be, without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Reyna, though through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramuh can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. The Elder Seedseer has requested your personal involvement, Reyna. Pray report to Commander Helio at the Adder's Nest as soon as you're able. My boy! Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Looks like we're headed back home for a little bit. Let's see what Harold has to say. I'm come on behalf of the Elder Seedseer to petition the aid of your order. The antecedent has been apprised of the situation. Actually, we could just... Yeah, there we go. Any classes you like so far? Well, I got Summoner up to 60. My Black Mage, of course, is at 53. I'm really enjoying the ranged magical DPS. I also touched a little bit on Archer and Bard, which I also really enjoyed. Things that I would like to try coming up soon would be Lancer and Gladiator, because I've been playing a lot of DPS, so trying a tank might be fun. And I heard that I can unlock Astrologian as soon as I get into Heaven's Word, and I think Machinist? Astrologian I'm really excited to play because aesthetically I think it's a very beautiful class, and I've been wanting to for a very long time since I saw someone play it. And then I really want to do Dancer, but I can't get Dancer without Shadowbringers, I think? So that's a long-term goal. Yeah, eventually I would like to play all the classes. Corporal Vogel, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nafika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. Now it's time for me to get lost in Gridania. Oh, that's not too far away. Okay. I'm stuck. I'm curious, I just can't recall my own experience, but how was registering the game? I know many had difficulty with starting it up. Registering the game as in, like, getting it on Steam or something? Or, like, registering, to play, like making the Square Enix account? Because, I'm still playing on free trial. I don't have the full game if there's any kind of like registry attached to that. Ah, okay. The other science have already arrived, madam. May I show you in? Yeah. The only complaints I really have about playing it through Steam is sometimes Steam just gets a little funky and doesn't want to boot up the game because it has no internet connection, but that's a Steam issue. The gang's all here. Yeah, thankfully I didn't really seem to have any issues.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest.
Hydrate. Good time to do it too. Let's get some sippies.
Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs, too, have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin.
I love the sylphs so much. They're so precious.
Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
Would be interesting if we could deal with the primal threat without violence. We'll see if we can do it.
The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Okay. Oh,
You have my thanks.
the sylphs are literally the best.
Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
If you got the game, is there a preference on whether you go through Steam or the standalone client? Definitely through Steam, because once you attach your Square Enix account to Steam, it's bound to your Steam account, so I wouldn't be able to play on the standalone client with my same character, which I already have over 300 something odd hours on, so it'd be kind of a loss.
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Yeah, I don't know why exactly they make it mandatory to bind the account to Steam and you wouldn't be able to use it on the independent client, but kind of is what it is, I suppose. Probably just a thing with how the distributables are doled out when people buy them. Okay. We're just gonna pop over to the Hawthorne Hut so we can talk to the Serpent Lieutenant at Little Solace. Hello, Bongo. A little foggy today. Pet Bongo? You can totally pet Bongo. Good time to do it too. These pets are from Puppy Tarts. Good bongo here. I'll even get a little closer so it looks like the pet's actually happening. Well, close enough.
He's happy.
Corporal Vogel, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location of where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Levin an impression. Oh yeah, Bongo's definitely best boy also. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. Pretty quick.
This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched one summoned Lord Ramu.
Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good woman to her fellow Scions?
It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please come with this one.
I love the sylphs. My best friend's the sylphs, who I love and care for every day. Where is Maxio? There we go. I'm just gonna scooch through Lark's Call. Hopefully avoid any conflict as best as we can. Alright.
Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones.
Okay, so is Maxio going to... Alright. Just gonna take a bongo shortcut.
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like the touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here to the south. Go in safety, Walking One.
Maxio, I love you so much. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the background music? No, we're not here to join a fate right now. Hey, there's Ida and Poplimo. Poplimo? Poplimo. Popliboo. Yeah, the Sylphlands background music it's really good. See, mentally, I can say his name. When it comes out of my mouth, it just blah, blah, blah. So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Y'shtola's face when one impersonating you suddenly showed up. Oh. That's quite enough, Poplimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, I was saying, I've finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say that I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph Satherite. Come, Raina, the Lord of Levin awakes.
No,
no. We're just gonna avoid. And just target everybody here on the way, actually. That seems like the thing to do. Very good. Very good. Very good. We're having a great time. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to avoid doing stuff anyway, so. I don't like having to turn to violence, but I will chop down a plant if I need to. Or in this case, burn it. Oh, well, the other thing's untargeted, so. Okay, good. We didn't have to do anything to those guys yet. I do like their purple. Oh.
Thine order betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Hey. Whoa, a wizard. Real talk though, he looks pretty sick.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man.
Sleepy, you came just in time.
Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other.
Damn, the beard just keeps going, huh?
Thy conflict have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
Maybe that's where all his power is concentrated.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born?
Sleepy, I will definitely take a sip of water just for you.
It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Sorry, that happens sometimes.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial.
Ooh, trial. Ramu's chill. I like him.
If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Were mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
So, like, no pressure, right?
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Ooh, so we still get to fight him.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Hey, boo.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady.
It's nice to see him so awestruck.
I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
You would like to watch? Alright. The aesthetic of everything surrounding the sylphs is so good. The striking tree. Ooh, looks like we're gonna queue in for a duty. I'm excited. I'm so no! No! This is not what I wanted. This was not my intent. Okay. Well, let's queue in for the striking tree. Oops. Alright. Then maybe just sit on Bongo really, really high. So that we don't have to hurt any more sylphs because it breaks my heart. But yeah, wow, that was really cool. That was the first time we got to meet the Lord of Levin himself. That was really impressive. He's got such great energy, and I loved the voice acting for him. That was really good. He just needs to look. Well, no problem with that. No problem with that. Yeah, Ramu. I really like him. It's gonna be interesting to see what his battle is about. Ooh, it's an 8-person one too. Very cool. For sure. I really need to start doing the Sylph Beast Tribe quests. I think I can do those right now. Literally after that, Ramu and King Moggle are probably my top 2 favorite primals. I do like that we actually get more, like, commentary from the primal itself, because we do get little bits of commentary from, like, Ifrit and Titan and Garuda. A little less from Garuda because she was mostly just kind of, Angie the entire time. But I remember when I played Titan, it broke my heart because it seemed like they really do care about the pleas of their children. And it always made me feel bad to have to strike them down. I really empathize with Yashilla's perspective when it comes to the strain on the relationships with beast tribes and everybody else, that they're not calling these primals for no reason. And one thing I really appreciate about 14 is that even from the beginning, they don't set you up to kind of polarize, well, we're the good guys, we're the bad guys, and things like that. Like, that's just really excellent multifaceted storytelling. Love how far the folks modeling the mobs are willing to go with regards to, like, really pushing elements and proportions. Very bold. Oh yeah, this game visually is just so charming. Your favorite two are still spoilers. Well, hopefully you'll be in, maybe, when we come across them. Except Garuda. Yeah, Garuda... I enjoy Garuda. I think she's cool. Do we have an estimate on the primal fight? Yeah, but it looks like we have like 13 minutes, so maybe we can go and find something to do while we're waiting to queue in for... what was it? The striking tree? Yeah. Okay, what should we go do? Because we finished up our Black Mage hunting log. We could go work on some other class quest stuff. We can try picking up Lancer or something and working on that. Either way, let's pop over to Gridania. Just again so we don't, like, aggro anybody. Love the plaza. I don't think you'll be disappointed with regards to the writing being nuanced like that going forward. Ooh, yeah. I say this every single time. I don't understand why A Realm Reborn is regarded as, quote, the bad one. The writing is excellent. The way that it starts to, like, build in the world and your relationships with the main characters is brilliant. The only, again, complaint I ever had was that it was very fetch questy, but it was a little cheeky near the end where, they actually kind of fourth wall break and point that out too. So it was kind of nice in a way to see that they were self-aware. How many seals do we have? How many do we need to progress in Twin Adders? Maybe we'll go do some fates while we're waiting. 5,000? We might end up going to Mordona then. Maybe just do a couple of fates. But first, I want to see... I think this is where... we can go into Old Gridania. Back, well, didn't know how to gift on Steam, so I hope the tip helps. Oh my gosh! Thank you. Oh, there was no tip alert for some reason. I am so sorry. But thank you so much for the tip, Fox Pyson. Thank you endlessly. Wow. Yeah, I'll definitely get that today. I'm just I'm shocked. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I just missed it. All games have their ups and downs, but overall it does manage to get better somehow. You're all gonna love it. Oh man, I'm so excited. I actually get to, wow. You completely made my day. Thank you. Hey, Sensicle, how's it going? Actually, while we're waiting, maybe I can go snag that on Steam. Pull it up on the other window. And I'll definitely look into why the stuff wasn't triggering. Probably. At least I can manually redo it. Oh, why were we here in New Gridania again? Oh yeah, to look at the The achievements we could potentially get. It's been a while since I've talked to that guy, question mark. Maybe we'll go chill out with him for a second. I remember when I was first told about the achievements guy, I was running all over Gridania to find his ass. And I just couldn't find it, and he's literally right there, not obscured by anything. You'll find that that is a quality that I do not lack. Just being lost and not finding where things are. So we'll have a nice little like leisurely scenic route version of practically any video game that I play. What's up, old dude? Cool. Let's see what we can grab. Oh, we got 2 more. So we could save up for the Death Claw because I've got the Behemoth. Or we can grab a minion. So I'm actually gonna poll and leave that up to you guys to see what you want to do. Involving you guys with decisions like that sounds fun. Okay. And start poll. Okay, I just got my mic. Also just woke up and doing good. Oh, is that the mic that you were talking about? The really cute one? And to be fair, the video games you play have lovely scenery worth seeing. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely not a waste of time at all. Ooh, that's really cool. I hope to see pics later. Oh! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Commence. Okay, let's see who we get in with. Still terrible at finding anything in this game I've been playing for years, and if that makes you feel better. A little bit. It'll be interesting when I'm playing stuff like Minecraft and you'll watch me get lost in a cave. Oh. Hello, the music? Looks like we're waiting to get the magic tech too. This is so cool. Okay, let's just go for it. Oops. Let's not move in the middle of our stuff. Just gonna really focus on that, single target damage. The music is just so awesome. Let's hit him with more thunder. Ooh, looks like our bard ate it. That looks dangerous. Ooh, cool. The music actually sounds a little, remission of Nier style music, which that's another thing we'll be playing really soon. Really looking forward to that. Nier is definitely one of the greatest video games I've ever played. Let's move, let's move. Yeah, we can definitely take a moment to get a look at the arena before we skedoodle. Okay, looks like we got some more guys over here. Pop some stuff on these guys. I never know when to use a limit break, because those are shared with the group, right? Are they radiants of L to be judged? Ooh. Well, we're not dead, so I'm assuming we passed. But it's not over yet. For sure, everyone's super seemed on it. It's so satisfying when playing Black Mage to get the flame starters and the thunder clouds. Right over here. Oh, hi. Why are we targeting? Okay, let's not do that. Let's up our healer and drink a little potion real quick. When the break is shared, most of the time you'll want DPS to use it. Okay, Arbiter's taken care of. It'll be interesting when we actually try the trials that require the tank limit break. The only time I ever played a tank in a video game, to wit, would be Elder Scrolls Online back when I actually played that, and I was doing Dragon Knight. It has been many, many years since I touched that though. I don't even know if I was playing it particularly well. So it'll be interesting to see what tanking is like in this game. Oh, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Yes, there we go. That was really cool. I really enjoyed the music in the background too. This game just, oh no, Rainbow. Come back! The cheery music is playing, and yet I feel so sad. Oh, everyone's pretty much already gone. Yeah. Oh, wow. What a gorgeous battlefield. The people working on the environments for this game really just, they don't stop amazing me. Can we hop up there? No, we're stuck here. Probably for the best, because I don't want to fall off of a battlefield like I did with Titan. I think that was probably the roughest first primal, like first fight for a primal that I did was Titan. Oh, you even got a little commendation. How sweet. Thank you so much.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
And what did you find? Oh, you're an orb. Thank you.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Oh good, because I literally felt so bad on the Titan fight. I think that was the first time I actually died during a trial.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
Unfortunately.
In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Wonder what you found. Let's go. Tanking ninja. Well, if anyone could pull it off, definitely you. And we're back here with Bongo, who keeps walking into the screech. Goodbye, Bongo. You always know just what to do. Wow, what an excellent fight, though. I'm so excited to see what's coming up. Pet Bongo? Of course. Here, Bongo. This pet is from Sleepy. Very good. We love to love Bongo. Nope, 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 nope. Stop that. Stop that. I don't want to hurt you. What if I could keep Bongo from ceaseless, needless violence? Are we nearby? Where are we? Yeah, okay. I'll just fly over there. My first death is in Crystal Tower, and I was so embarrassed even though people did not care. Yeah, that should be coming up pretty soon, shouldn't it? I'm not really sure where the Crystal Tower comes into all this. All I know is that every time I think about it, I just remember Nero badly kind of Supermaning himself. He just puts on that little mask and expects us not to know that it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him anyway. It looks exactly like him, just with a stupid outfit. Corporal Vogel, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? Well, we killed him. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest's champion of peace. You've performed a monumental duty this day, Corporal Vogel. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. Ooh, a Final Fantasy I armor even. Ooh. When should we do Crystal Tower? Should we set aside another stream to do that? Should we try and do it today?
Interesting question.
Oh, whoa! Hello, watch? Apparently my watch has some input. Nothing helpful though. I literally unplugged my Echo so we wouldn't have that issue, and my watch seems to be the one with the commentary now. By the way, it's never done that. I didn't even know my watch had, like, that function. Okay, but at some point the MSQ will tell you can't keep going without it. Okay, I'll leave it up to you guys. Okay. Okay, queue might take a bit since it's a lot of players if that changes your decision. Well, I figure we're gonna have to queue for it at some point anyway. So, I'm literally down for whichever. So while that poll is running, let's talk to the Servant Lieutenant. The Elder Seed Seer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The Conjurer at Nafka's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Corporal Vogel. I love that they'll actually refer to you as like different ranks depending on who you're talking to. It's such a charming little detail. Especially during workday hours. That's a really good point. Either way, we'll at least get to talk to Kanai-sana. Okay, poll shows later when main story quest says to go to Crystal Tower. Alright, then we'll save Crystal Tower for a good day and hopefully maybe we can tweak it to fall on a weekend? Oh, it just occurred to me. Now that I have access to get the game, I could party with some of you guys and we could literally go into Crystal Tower together. We could do stuff like that now. That might be really, really fun. Okay. Yeah, though it used to be optional, but became mandatory because story reasons, so now they just kind of stop you at a certain point. Yeah, that's probably a good thing, so you're not missing any of the story, because if they're putting so much care into, like, class quest stories to the point where they make me, like, cry... You know, it feels like something as big as Crystal Tower might be important, right? Yes, lots of new possibilities and like literally all thanks to you. Like, thank you again. You know, the Silent Conjurer is pretty chatty. Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who know of your mission have been most anxious to see your return. The Elder Seed Seer awaits you within. Weekend or Tuesday when weekly reset happens? Yes, 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 yes.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this.
Yeah, it does seem to be a trend, huh?
I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done.
Don't worry about it, babe.
Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
I wasn't really sure about Kane-sana at first, but she's starting to grow on me, admittedly.
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Wish I could come into this room just to G-pose if I wanted. Oh yeah, it's so pretty. Or even just to like kind of just go AFK or chill. It's very peaceful. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Reyna? I'd hoped Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can only admire the adroitness with which he responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Reyna? Shall we gather back the rising stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Sounds like a good idea. Let's just go. Nope, that's a little too far. And we can scooch over Revenant's Toll. Whoa! Nice shark! Let's go into the correct building. That might be a boon to us. Yep. Sorry, Bongo, you can't come in. Not really sure why. Hey, it's Koharu and Higiri. Hey, Miss Reyna. What's a Ramuh? Is it cute and fluffy like a horse bird? Koharu's so precious. I tried substituting native ingredients several times, but the result was a pale imitation of authentic Doman cuisine. It's good to see them settling around. We can chat with everybody in a bit. Welcome back, Reyna. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. I also love that we get more voice acting scenes.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus.
A treat for you. Lots of Urianger recently. Literally, I just get so excited every time I see him. He's my favorite.
Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Just a little recap for all you homies out there.
Let us begin
Oh,
at
like a
what
literal
some might
recap.
call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
So, reincarnation cycle.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
You know, it's probably for the best that I haven't been doing cam lately. Because every time I see him come on screen, I just smile really big. I can be totally neutral and just whoop, 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 whoop. Oriange? No Oriange. Oriange? No Oriange. What if I could not be made foolish by the weird, funny elves of any series, actually? I love the way this recap is presented. It really evokes a scene from 7 I loved as a kid. Ooh. Well, we still have 7 to play.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
So this is really interesting to me because it feels sort of reminiscent to the things we learn about the Arcanist and Summoner classes. Even on the little segment where we get the pet glamours, changing the shape of the carbuncle, it feels kind of trivial, right? If when you summon, like theoretically with this glamour, that it takes just different shape based on the will of those who's calling upon it. In this case, like the summoner in question. So the connections feel a little interesting, especially since you later go on to summon the Aegis of each of the primals.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
That is the question.
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, Unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them.
Something void-esque?
The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I'm telling you, it's Organization 13. It's Organization 13. Just throwing that out there. Just a much more complicated version.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
We can't afford to forget about it, unfortunately.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
That's a good shot of Y'shtola.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady.
Eat it.
Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
Interesting for sure.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about those guys.
Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
That's sweet. Oh. Literally. Tell me this is not Organization 13. Tell me it's not. The Lord of Levin is returned to the Aether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramuh's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Craig, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, idle and servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet, even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. Are you kidding me? Not enough zippers, not my organization. You know what? That's fair. But they got the hoods. They at least have the hoods. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. And in the spooky portal thing. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Oh dang, is that them? Very spooky. Okay, we're gonna take another really quick break, so join me in just taking a little breather, and we'll be back in a few minutes. This is really, really exciting. I really can't wait to see what comes next. And again, I'm just still kind of reeling from how cool Ramuh was. That was very much worth the wait, because we hear about him a lot during A Realm Reborn, but we never got to see him until now, so I'm glad we actually did get to experience him, because that was very, very cool. So I'll catch you guys in a couple minutes, and until then, I guess we can idle here. And see you in a bit. Howdy, everybody. And we're technically back. I'm gonna take a couple minutes to just kind of sip some water, digest everything that we've seen so far, because wow. Literally in love with this game. And also, I love the idle camera feature. I'm glad I was able to kind of put something together to take advantage of how neat it is. It's fun to just kind of see it go wherever it might. Did we get a pet bongo from Puppy Tarts that we didn't cash in earlier? Am I seeing that correctly? If so, that simply won't do. In fact, while we're chilling here, we can go do that really fast. Now, it is technically a little past lunchtime for me, so please forgive me if I end up munching on a pretzel or two here. I figure we can do a little bit more and then we'll wrap up for the day. And I'm going back and forth about logging on after lunch or tomorrow, but I guess we'll see. Either way, I will be streaming tomorrow, so we can have that to look forward to. Hey, Bongo, at least I'll let you into the bar. The Bongo. Pet. Did I read it from sleepy? Oh, well, that one's for Puppy Tarts. I must have seen a Sleepy's alert right under the pet bongo and mistook it from there. Bongo deserves so many pets. Okay. Now that we've pet Bongo properly, now we can talk to Minfilia, because we have priorities. Though it also might be a good time to check in with what everyone's seeing. I'd never let a bird that big in my bar. Well, that's just hateful. Birds are messy, though, that's true. You've done well, Reina. Why don't you join me at the counter for a drink? My treat. I'd be glad to. Might I suggest those seats over there by Philemon and Hikiri? Though, of course, anywhere would suffice. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Little playboy. Ishtola, maybe you'll tell me something a little bit less... What's a good word? Improprietous. Enjoy your respite, Reina, for you have certainly earned it. Just do not relax your guard overmuch, unlike a certain someone here. As is oft said, trouble arrives when you least expect it. It is precisely when things appear to be proceeding according to plan that we must needs steel ourselves from impending danger. Are you listening, Ida? I'm not sleeping, I was just engrossed in thought, that's all. These two are so precious. I love them. What's up, Tatu? We haven't talked to you in a minute.
With everyone coming back, it's gotten quite lively around here as of late. Why, at times it almost reminds me of the old days at the Waking Sands.
Hello, Daware. Doma is lost, but if we keep our heads high and learn from our experiences in this place, perhaps aught might yet be done for our homeland. I do like that they populate the world with little bits of commentary like this. Not only are Hikiri's culinary creations positively delicious, you should see her at work in the kitchen. She wields a knife like nothing I've ever seen. Sadly, I lack the ingredients and seasonings needed to truly recreate the taste of my homeland. That said, I've come to enjoy this challenge to my culinary skills. How's the kiddos? I spend the better part of my days crossing blades with children, but I approach these lessons with much fire as any battle I've ever fought. The Domans may have found refuge here, but none are so naive as to think their troubles are over. I would prepare them in body and spirit for the challenges that yet lie ahead. Well, what did the kids have to say about that?
Mr. Boulder says we must be brave, but that's easy for him to say. He's big and strong, and I'm small and weak.
Just you watch. Someday I'll be as strong as you and I'll protect everyone from the Garleans. Look at Mr. Boulder with his shining armor and giant sword. Do you think he'll ever be strong enough to wield a blade like that? If you eat your vegetables, you definitely will. Mr. Boulder is a demanding teacher, but we trained hard in Doma too. We'll not bend so easily. Lori Boulder's sparring practice grows more spirited by the day. I hope only that it is not too spirited for the younglings who face him. Some might think the life of an adventurer a carefree one, but you and I know that this is far from the truth. While you may not be beholden to a single lord, you bear the weight of an entire realm's expectations on your shoulders. So true, King. So true. But you know, we seem to be handling it well, all things considered. I just realized my idle camera's still on. Oops. I've got a really bad habit of that. Now, the matter of Ramu has, for the present, been put to rest. There is something I would show you, Reyna. It do be cute, though. It is a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions, in particular, the names of all the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mogulmog XII, Leviathan, and now Ramu. Needless to say, there is only one among our number who have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Reyna, and Eorzea is that much safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such a time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again, and again, and again, and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over in our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solace, who wish not of conflict. Of Alice, who strives to unearth the terrible secrets of the Calamity. And then there are many unsung individuals who have gathered here in Revenant's Toll, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget about those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. How did I know? How did I know it was you? Alphino, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention. There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. Just a report, such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. Ah, I have a message for you from, Ellie. You recall the refugee girl? The one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wishes me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alphino, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Rada, you have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for a moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozan was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Yeah, sounds good. I haven't read aloud with such frequency over the past while in a really long time. I might treat myself to a throat lozenge later. I keep muting myself to cough. I hope it goes through. Keep having this panic that I have my, like, a second mic source on. And then I'm just coughing in your ears, which, that wouldn't be very cute. I understand everyone should play the game they want to enjoy, but it does make me a big sad when people miss out on these little NPC dialogues because they're in a hurry. Oh yeah. That's one of the things I do enjoy doing from time to time, is just checking in on everybody. Because they really do add that little bit of a... like sprinkles. Little sprinkles of appreciation for the game.
Look, it's Miss Reyna. She's back from her adventures. We heard you were all fighting primals and that there's some sort of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle.
You might not want to see that, kid.
Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Miss Reyna? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals.
What's all this commotion then?
Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltene?
We're moving on.
Did you know that Miss Reyna is back?
So it would seem. Welcome home, Reyna. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I'm known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is... well, we don't know what to call him. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat.
I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore, we are adventurers. And we were just asking Miss Reyna if she could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you?
Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly dangerous for you. I think it's Coltene? It's very French either way. Oh yeah, for sure. I have a counter proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Reyna? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Ori, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, mayhaps I am, but what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you, Reyna? Would you consent to spar with me?
Yeah. Hurrah! We're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing.
Oh, they're so excited to be little adventurers. They're good kids. Do try not to disappoint them, hmm? Have faith, Coltene. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. Well, this should be fun. Well, we're right outside. Storm was coming in earlier, but it only recently started rumbling outside. Feels a little appropriate after having crossed swords with Ramu. Or Staff and Beard. This is another area that I just find stunning and beautiful. Like, look at that. Isn't that just enchanting? Perfect place for a spar. Sir? Sir, you're glowing. Good for you. He formed his beard into a sword. It was good of you to agree to this, Reyna. I trust you're ready to begin? Yeah, okay. And an approving rumble from outside. Very well. Let's not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Ahem. Hori, are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Reyna you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Reyna to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello. You haven't begun yet, have you? Hey, it's our buds. Ida, who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there's still more to come. When I mentioned Reyna's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. That's a charming little smirk. Nice background music, too. Okay. We're just gonna stay still here. As much as we can. And pile on that DPS. Okay, well that was pretty quick. Oh, such power, the tails barely do you justice. Here, we're just gonna transpose and get some mana back while this is happening. We had a nice little free Fire 3. Oh, we're gonna move from that one. Actually, probably would have been better just ward. I'm gonna take care of Coltonite first, though. Oh no, he looks hurt. Yeah, because I hurt him. This rain is so strong, but you can't give up, Mr. Boulder. Can't disappoint the younglings. Yeah, that doesn't hurt me too much. Definitely taking hits a lot. Oh, he's dead. Children, look away. You've bested me. I yield. That was incredible. She beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose, Reyna. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Kids are gonna have to find a new guy. Nah, he's fine. Look at him. Impressive as always, Reyna. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? 'Twas at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius in the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. It was you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. It was you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsires sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people, that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat, and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians, is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and its borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray, let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Oh, the weather changed while we were away. This character grows into something really special. I hope you both look forward to it. Oh, I definitely am. Like, I always kind of liked Alphino and found him a very intriguing character, but he really, really is just kind of capturing my heart. I love him so much. I admittedly am a little bit emotional after that. Like, even in the expanse of, like, when we first met him to now, he's growing so much and starting to open up, and I find that really touching. Yeah, probably a good time to redeem Hydrate. Gotta replenish those tears. Thank you for coming, Reyna. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Ooh, Savage Might materia, Battle Dance materia, Quick Arm materia. We could do Battle Dance because now we can get Dancer. I'm gonna grab that preemptively. Oh, can we just take a moment to appreciate my boy Alphino? He's literally so dear. Well, I think that's a good note to end off on for today, and it gives us something to look forward to for tomorrow. We got a lot done. Biggest highlights for me, story-wise, would definitely be seeing Ramu and just seeing how life at Revenant's Toll is beginning to unfold, and of course the epiphanies regarding the Ascians too. That's incredibly interesting, and I'm wondering how it'll unfold in the future. But I think we made some good headway today, so let's get to our wind down. And there we go. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, Fox Python, or Python? Forgive me for butchering that. And of course my beloved mods, Puppy Tarts, and Sleepy Corgi streams. What a awesome time together. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'm really looking forward to forging ahead even further in Eorzea tomorrow. Awesome. I'm glad to see I got it, Fox Python. Python. There we go, I flipped it again. Okay. Thanks for the stream. It really made my boring workday less gloomy, of course. And of course, having you guys here makes my time a lot better too. So, I'll catch you all tomorrow. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. Lots of love to all of you. See you soon. Bye-bye.